Some cameras today have guides to use while taking photos and overlays to view on playback of images, but they tend to be limited. Taking a photo a little broader than the scene you want to capture gives latitude when editing afterwards, especially when cropping. In the Develop module, turn on the crop overlay underneath the histogram. If you don't see it, ensure the toolbar is visible under your image by pressing the letter T. You can then select whether the tool overlay is auto, on only when cropping, always on, or never. The crop overlay is a set of guidelines and curves superimposed on your photo that can help you compose your image with a better crop. The rule of thirds overlay is a good choice for minimal scenes that have a distinct subject your viewer will instinctively focus on. You can create a more visually interesting and balanced image by cropping your photo to place your subjects on intersection points that are pleasing positions for the photo. For more overlay options, with the crop overlay activated, go up to Tools and down to Crop Guide Overlay. Notice that to cycle through the overlays, we press the letter O. We can also select which overlays we'd like to have in our cycle, as some may be superfluous to requirements. The grid overlay is most useful for precise alignment, with either a vertical or horizontal straight edge in your photo. Hold down the Option key on a Mac or the Alt key in Windows and use the scroll wheel on your mouse to increase or decrease the size of the grid. The grid overlay auto functions when rotating an image with the crop tool. The fifths overlay segments a photo into 5 rows and 5 columns. It is useful for lateral or vertical symmetry. The diagonal overlay consists of diagonal lines with a diamond in the middle. The diamond can be helpful to create the center of an image, with the diagonals used to reinforce leading lines in a photo. The center overlay is best when you want to center a subject precisely. The triangle overlay is a cross between the rule of thirds and the golden spiral. The diagonals emphasize lines to draw a viewer into the scene. Holding down the Shift key and pressing the letter O will change the orientation of the overlay. Not to get too scientific, but the golden ratio is a 1 to 1.618 ratio, which occurs frequently in nature. It enables organic, natural-looking compositions and is a grid representation of the golden spiral. The golden spiral also encompasses this rule of thirds type of composition. The spiral starts at one corner and, following the golden ratio, leads the observer on a visual path around the photo to a point of interest. Again, holding down the Shift key and pressing the letter O will change the orientation of the overlay. The aspect ratios overlay allows you to visualize how these different ratios will influence your image without having to crop your photo. Changing the orientation of the overlay here to portrait can be useful for assessing the image suitability for photo frames. If we go up to Tools and down to Crop Guide Overlay, clicking on Choose Aspect Ratios gives us a variety of commonly required aspect ratios to select for our overlay. I hope this helped you. Thank you for watching.